Hello and welcome to another match with Legacy Mono Black. I'm Drew Levin, and as you can see, we have one of the signature opening hands of the deck. We've got both of our recursive creatures, Contamination and Bitter Blossom, and the lands to play them all. So our plan is to not die before we get to cast Contamination. We are going to discard Bloodghast. Okay, so this is going about as well for us as imaginable, given that our opponent is playing Burn. So we're going to go to 13 here. We could either play Bitter Blossom or nothing. I think we just have to play Contamination on 3 is the thing. And I'd like not to take a zillion points of damage from that. So we're going to disfigure, hope that our Bloodghast is enough. Like that he doesn't bolt it or whatever. Or rather, I guess he could like leave mana up. Leave mana up and bolt it would be the only real thing. We would not like to chain his Chain Lightning. So he doesn't attack, we disfigure his Goblin Guide. This one's tough, so like, if he has instant speed removal, he just uses it on Bloodghast and it dies. It dies, our Contamination dies, we lose. If we play Bitter Blossom, they get an entire another draw step, which really doesn't seem that great. So I think we're just going to jam here and hope that what our opponent does is... Well, they're not going to bolt it now that we showed them a fetch land, but whatever. So they have to have a removal spell for this in response. It could be Searing Blaze, it could be Lightning Bolt. But we're dead if they have that and cast it. If this resolves, then only their Fire Blasts are left live. And we get to cast another Trader next turn, and just have creatures in play for the rest of the game. Yeah, I'm pretty sure our opponent could have made a better play there. They had Contamination for so long, I was so sure that they, like, had it. I would like to sacrifice a creature. And I would like to use this ability. But yeah, we should not be in this game. our opponent should have bolted our Bloodghast, and we should be dead. There, but for the grace of opponents, go I. Our opponent could still peel off just like running Fire Blasts. So you want to sacrifice another trader early and Bloodghast late, I think. Not playing Bitter Blossom, obviously, and I guess just for F6 value we can go ahead and do this. F6 and keep some lands in hand for Bloodghast. And then we sacrifice Bloodghast, get back another trader. Play a land. Get back Bloodghast. We're a point off of being able to attack with Bloodghast next turn, but this is still like the better way of doing things. Our opponent probably not thrilled about losing to Contamination, if I had to guess. I would not be super thrilled about losing to Contamination either. I'm not really sure why they make you click on it, but okay. Bloodghast has haste. And now we just sacrifice Bloodghast for the rest of the game. Since it has haste, so we're gonna eat. Alright. That's not annoying. Gonna eat those and attack with these. And hope that our opponent doesn't draw running Fire Blasts. And we win. Hooray! Contamination. So, Burn probably doesn't like to play against Life Gain. We have some cards that gain us life. It's a complicated thing. I understand. Nothing to needle. Erupticate is very slow. Bitter Blossom probably better than Dark Confidant. Extirpate is the Stone Cold worst. Yeah, our main deck is actually mostly fine against them. As with the recurring Nightmare deck, we're going to lean pretty hard on Therapy plus Bloodghast. Upon reflection, I am willing to swap out these blossoms for Bobs and see what happens. This seems like a hand where we can pretty easily lose to our opponent not attacking us with creatures. Fortunately, our opponent played a creature on turn 1 instead of a 3-mana burn spell, a 3-point burn spell. So, we have a reprieve. Time to disfigure this one too. And therapy, fire blast probably. I'll play 4. Skullcrack, searing blood, chain lightning. Crack, blood, chain. Cool. Well, time to smallpox it up. At which point our opponent should cast Skullcrack. Yes. We will discard Bloodghast, and they will discard. Doesn't really matter because we get to get one of their cards. I'm probably going to therapy their chain lightning. Discarded Searing Blaze. Jeez. Well, we're gonna take their chain lightning. Actually, we're gonna take their Searing Blood. So we can actually get to the business of killing them. So chain lightning and Skullcrack left. And we would not like to expose our Bloodghast main phase. Yep, they can have that. Ooh, rats, I was supposed to break this. That was bad. Okay, missed 2 points. I'm sure it'll matter. Yep, it does. If they were at 16, it would take 2 turns until Bloodghast had haste. I'm sure that there will be a way that this matters. You don't get to miss 2 points in a racing matchup and get away with it. Okay, Lightning Bolt upstairs still has Skullcrack. Okay. Well, looks like Smallpox is a true American hero. And that those 2 points might not actually matter. Hooray. Nope, not a chance. The difference between Searing Blaze and Searing Blood is that Searing Blaze deals 3 to the controller regardless. Searing Blood does not. Because it's a condition, whereas Searing Blaze is just like 3 upstairs, 3 downstairs. Okay, yeah, see? We'd have them dead. But it doesn't really matter because they have Skullcrack and they're discarding that. And discarding the other copy as well. Cool. Well, their turn. If they roll off Fire Blast, it'll be the most beautiful justice. Us with our 2 points of missed damage. Them with their Fire Blast. There is no way in the entire world that we are breaking these fetch lands. Not a single universe in which we're breaking these fetch lands. That is. Anyway, that's game. I'll be back in a sec.